Hello, hello, hello. This is Melissa with Origins of Peace. I hope you are well. Hope you've had a great week, and I just really sincerely hope things are going your way. So, this week in our newsletter, we are talking about um, creatively driven. That is our title for this week, creatively driven. And our focus will be more about creatives who find themselves in corporate environments and some of the challenges that you may experience, and a few ways that you can solution some of the issues that may present themselves. So, a creative in the corporate arena can sometimes feel that their perspectives aren't valued. They can often feel unorganized. Some challenges may be that you miss your deadlines, or that you have an abstract way of viewing and receiving and also delivering information. So that can cause an issue depending on where you are within that corporation. So I wanted to briefly talk about those things today. Um, and hopefully, this message will resonate with you if you are a creative who finds yourself in a corporate environment, and what you can do to, make yourself more clear and to increase your value within your org. So, just a transparency moment. I am a creative. I very much love creating things from scratch. I love building my businesses, my programs, my services from the ground up. I love just having that connection from the conception of an idea through implementation. But being the creative that I am, even though those things take planning, they take time to perfect, and they also take a plan of action to execute. I can find myself spending a lot of time in that perfecting stage, where if it doesn't feel right, and I say feel because creatives can be emotionally attached to whatever the work is that they are performing. So if something doesn't feel right, then I will keep working at it, keep molding it, and keep shaping it until it feels like a tangible, usable product. So where that has come into play for me is sometimes that I've missed my deadlines. I spend a lot of time on that molding and shaping and that perfection piece. And I forget to go back and look at um, the milestones, the measurements, the timeline, the due date of certain items. And that's not good. It is great to be um, emotionally attached to your work to the point that you want to put out a good product, and you want those who you are creating information for to find value in it. But when you're reporting up to someone, or if there's someone else who's depending on you to put out the information, it does cause a problem and a conflict there. So it happens. It happens, and I've been there. So if you are creative and you find yourself in this situation, things that you can do to help organize is to make sure that you break your goal down into smaller increments to achieve. So you have your overall goal, and then you have your milestone achievements, and you assign each of those milestones a timeline of completion. But when you're a creative, you have to go a step further than that, because it's not that you don't have the goal broken down. It's not that you haven't established a timeline. You have to remember to cut off the perfecting phase, because if not, even though there's a deadline there, it becomes blurred, and you are still stuck in the crafting part of your process. So you have to intentionally insert a stop date for your crafting. So it's like no more crafting after this date. And if you need to put that on your calendar, if you need to set an alarm in your phone, if you need to have an accountability partner that tells you no more crafting out of us after a certain date, then do that. Do that. So this week, that is what our newsletter is focusing on. You will find tips throughout this newsletter to help you stay on track and stay focused. One of my professional development coaches shared with me the following quote, and she said, "Stay close to the mission and date your deliverable." So when I heard this months ago, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to stay close to the mission of whatever project that I'm working on. I need to date the deliverables so that I'll know that this is the date that these things are due. So I take that to heart, but I have to go a step further and also create a date to stop creating. This is it. No more crafting, no more perfecting, no more molding and shaping. Like, this is the date that you have to stop this portion in order to meet your deadline. So that is something that I am injecting into my work day, my work life, my project management skill set in order to refine my skills and to meet my deadlines. And if you are a creative who finds yourself in this situation, please feel free to do that. Please feel free to go through the newsletter, find any of the tools that may be useful for you as you go throughout your daily work, right? And as always, if you run into any issue, I am here to help. My name is Melissa Rivers, owner of Origins of Peace, also known as your conflict resolution success coach. And I am here to coach you through the conflict. So together, we will create an action plan, a workable action plan for you to implement those things that are important to you. So, my website is originsofpeace.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Origins of Peace. And if you need to contact me directly, Melissa Rivers at originsofpeace.com. I'm sorry, Melissa_Rivers at originsofpeace.com is my email, and that will get you directly to me. So I hope you have a fabulous and productive week on purpose. I hope you maintain your creativity. Don't let anyone switch up how you see things, your ability to create and make things, but put a timestamp on it. Put a timestamp on how much leniency you allow in your schedule to do that perfecting and molding, and make sure that you keep your deliverable dates close to heart. All right. So I love you for real. I hope you have a fabulous week. And next week, we take a break from the newsletter so that I can rejuvenate and refresh and get new material for you. So we will be back. The next newsletter will release in 2 weeks. All right. All right. So I will see you in the community. Please engage with us on social media and let us know if this information is helpful. You have a great week. Peace.